Oh, hello, everybody. So, Saturday Lives. Now, you know me well enough to know that things never go off easily for me when it comes to a technical perspective. And doing lives, it's something that you've got to learn in the moment. So, I've just moved over to YouTube from Facebook. So, here I am. But let me tell you, the value of this is that you get to watch me stumbling around. So, we know that nothing is perfect, and also learn from this. Imperfect action is better than no action at all. I have recorded a presentation for everybody, so I'm not going to save this video on. So if there are people watching, or if you do get to watch this, or you have seen the promotions for this and you have turned up, thank you for turning up. Otherwise, we are talking about self-directed learning in family daycare and what that looks like for you and how you can improve that practice. And I did do a presentation earlier as a backup because I knew that I was going to be a little bit confused around this. And on Facebook, I used to do a presentation and be able to present that live to you like we would in a training. So anyway, I will gather my skills over the next couple of weeks. And next Saturday, I'm going to have another free learning for you guys in family daycare. So make sure you are on Saturdays because we will get a lot of things covered. I've got a lot planned for I've got the next 23 weeks planned, in fact. So we've got a lot of learning to do in family daycare. And don't forget, we've got a great opportunity to promote ourselves right now. We know that there's a lot going on in the early years sector, in the education and care sector, and people are coming over from long day care. We know that there are people from other sectors that are looking at family daycare as a business opportunity for them. So we are in a change phase, which always leads to a growth phase. So it is a great opportunity now for all of you to jump on board and see where we're going in the sector. And we know that there's a lot of long daycare centres that are operating at capacity. So that gives us another opportunity to advocate for ourselves and move forward and get more families knowing about the values and the beneficial outcomes that family daycare provide to children. So yeah, so we've got a lot to cover over the next couple of weeks. I will, again, as I said, I will practice my presentation skills on live, but I am about to make a video public. So make sure that that video is shared amongst your networks and it is shared amongst your colleagues. Everything that I do, I bring all of my governance skills and knowledge to you guys so that you can learn from what I've done. The YouTube channel is a free resource for educators because we know that educators working on their own, they often leave themselves till last. We know that about many people that work in this sector, in fact. So this YouTube channel is designed for family daycare educators, and it's designed that you can watch it on your own because so many of you do odd hours. So you can watch it on a Friday night on the couch. You can watch it on a Saturday afternoon. You can meet me here Saturday mornings. Many of you I do group training with many services, so I may see you in your own training as you go. But this is a resource for you guys, and this is all about, today's learning is all about self-directed learning and how you can embed that in your service and how you can support others to embed that. So whether you've got an educator assistant or whether you're a service provider and you're trying to instill self-directed learning into the educators that work with you, or whatever that looks like, this is a value add principle to all of us as professionals, how we can continue to improve ourselves, how we can continue to stay current. That's a lot of it, because if we're not on any kind of self-directed learning path, or if we're not informing ourselves or embedding further skills or learning new skills or whatever that looks like, then there comes a time where we become stagnant. So if we do our basic qualifications and then do nothing else, that eventually will become stagnant practice. So we definitely don't want to fall into that place. And self-directed learning is really something, and as I say in the presentation that I'm about to put out, I've learned so much since operating JPS, and JPS is an online business and it's an online training. You get all these skills in an online forum. So I've had to learn so much when I started working out, and I started in long day care, and then I went down the path of governance, and I went down the path of training. It's only been the last few years that we've really embraced this online way of working together. Beforehand, I used to go take my projector, take all of my things to a training session, and everybody was in the same room. And there's pros and cons to both types of training. This, I think, is easier for self-directed learning. The fact that we can access YouTube, the fact that we can stop this when we want, go and make a coffee, come back. We can choose what we need to know, what we want to know, and follow those interests and follow those needs, so we can access almost anything that we want. And it's through technology that allows me to bring you the information that I know by interacting with you all on a regular basis. I know that this is going to be helpful to many of you. And I had this conversation this week with an approved provider about resourcing self-directed learning and promoting self-directed learning. We know that educators, family daycare educators, often work by themselves, and they often have to figure this out on their own. So watch the presentation. Self-directed learning is what it's called. Watch the presentation, and that will give you some tips and some strategies how you can embed self-directed learning in your service, how you can advocate it for other people, whether that be families that you're working with or an educator assistant, or, as I said, if you're an approved provider. It'll give you a whole range of strategies, how you can embed that in your practice. And if you do embed an ongoing cycle of learning, that is how you will achieve embedding it in your practice, and everybody will jump on board. And you're always going to have to give somebody some direction at some point. So how you can do that to instill and advocate for self-direction. It's some really good tips and strategies also in this presentation, how you can go back over and look at your learning over a period of time, and really, really improve your reflective practices and your analytical skills, and how you've come to be the practitioner that you are. So where did that learning come from? Where has that learning led you? So there's a lot of information in the presentation around reflections and strategies for reflections, taking photos of whiteboards, using a day journal, using a day diary, using a notebook. I'm a big notebook person. Linda, who is my partner in this, Linda is more of a planner than what I am. So the different strategies that you can use to getting your ideas and your learnings down, so that you can follow those learnings and build on those learnings. So I've given you a number of strategies in the presentation. So if you've got any comments, make sure you leave them in the comment section. If you've got any questions, I can always come back to these videos and answer and respond to any questions you may have. Or if you've got any suggestions on future videos, please let me know. And make sure you subscribe to this channel, because I will be doing, as I said, I will be releasing live videos every week that are designed especially for family daycare educators. So I will see you in there. And again, I'll pop down here in any of the notes how to get in touch, or for additional resources or anything like that. So I look forward to talking to you. See ya. Bye.